Hello and welcome to this devlog for Open Fishing Excel. We have a whole bunch of new stuff. You can see me fishing here with the old rod, the default one. But you now have a whole bunch of different fishing rods, which is super exciting to me. Yeah, you can catch fish in all new ways. It's super cool. So let's just start off with a pretty basic feature, which is that I currently am catching a very small fish, which isn't the best for demonstrating this. But as you can see a little bit right now, the fish moving side to side a little bit, a tiny bit, because it's only a small fish, you know, those don't move too much. Depending on which rod you're using, which is also a new feature, but we'll get to that soon. So, we here have a fish of some sort, a sharp-nosed minnow, very small fish, but if I were to catch some fish with the soft bait here, and just wait for a while, then hopefully the little bobber will move side to side, which will be cool. Show off the new feature if something wants to bite. So yeah, I'm very excited about this update, as you can see. It took me like 2 weeks, so I'm pretty proud of this one. And I hope you really enjoy it, like fishing. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. Look at him go. Yeah, you can see that the fish is a lot more moving around now. And that makes the fishing much more exciting because you don't know which way he's going to move, and that also impacts the icon of the fish that you're supposed to keep in the middle-ish of the bar. There you go, razor eel. But yeah, that basically fishing is way more exciting now. And another thing that helps with the excitingness of the fishing is that we can now use different rods. Ignore this durability bar right here right now for this rod. It's a little messed up because of development stuff, but usually this would be basically infinite durability for the default rod. Just so you always have a fallback rod, you know? But anyway, the bamboo rod is very fragile, which let's just get into the durability system now. So rods can break now after being used for a while. The bigger the fish you're trying to catch, I should probably be using different bait, thinking about it. The bigger the fish you're trying to catch, the higher the chances that your rod, or not the higher the chance, but like the higher the tax is on your rod. So if you're catching a really big fish with a bamboo rod, it's gonna break more easily. But if you're just catching a little fish, it won't put that much wear on it. But as you can see, we are currently catching pretty small fish. But it's still like moving around more than on other rods, probably. I hope it code works right. I think it does. Pretty sure. But basically, yeah, so this the bamboo rod should be a little more exciting to use. It's very tiny fish. But yeah, this one has different stats and stuff and moves around more depending on the fish. Well, not, but yeah, you know what I mean. You got also 20 centimeters taller, which is another change I did. Because someone on the Discord said, you're a little short, and you are a little short, or you were a little short. Now I think it's about fine. That's just something you didn't notice as a developer. But yeah, let's just wait till we catch this fish. Actually, let's not wait, let's lose the fish. And let's show you the stats. So here we have the standard rod every angler starts with. And we have the bamboo rod, and it has like stats over there. I would show you, but the tooltip is kind of attached to the mouse, so I can't really point at it. But yeah, so this rod is pretty default. It's kind of just normal rod. This one is a lot better, or well, it's a lot worse actually, but that makes it more fun sometimes. And then we have this rod, which works in a completely different way. That I still have to write the tutorial for. But this rod is a spinning reel rod, so you can only use certain baits. And if you throw it out, nothing will happen if you don't click right now. If you were to click, you reel it back in, and then fish can bite. Otherwise, fish won't like bite at all. So this is like a unique, fun way to fish. Yeah, so it was really fun. And after catching this fish, nice, ace minnow, we will go over to the shop. So all of these rods can be bought. You start with only the default rod, and then you can buy all of these rods. There's 7 in the game right now. Well, 8 if you count the default one. I've bought that one and that one. And here, this is where this one goes, and that's the bamboo one. And then we have this adorable princess rod, which gives me a tutorial, which I'll click away. So, oh hey, the UI picture for that isn't exactly the same color. Now I think about it. Oopsie. Shall I fix that? Maybe, maybe not. Who cares? But yeah, so we have some lore about it, and then we have some stats. So this is kind of like the bamboo rod, but slightly worse and more durable. But yeah. So let's walk over to the water. And then, you know, you can finish with this one, and it will slowly break, and then you will have to buy a new one. Which, you know, it gives you some incentive to, like, buy new rods and stuff. To see how they fish and, like, different stuff. Yeah, it is fun. I really like this update. But that isn't the only thing you can buy. Because walking back to the store, you can jump now too. So that's pretty fun. But you can buy boots. You can buy these pants. These like overalls. And these affect how deep you can walk in the water. So currently if I'm just wearing sneakers right now. As you can see in the inventory menu, which I'll show now. Now look, sneakers. So now we can instantly will be thrown back out of the water. Meaning we should probably buy some shoes so you can walk more in the water. Now if I buy these and equip them in the inventory, then I'll be able to go walk a little deeper and sink. But yeah, that's a fun feature. The ducks are back. Scare them again. Anyway, so that is another cool feature. You also have a compass. You need to buy the compass at the store now. It's a bit of a change, but you know, like I feel it's more fun like this. You can also buy a different type of compass that has a different like UI elements and stuff. So if you like that one more, then go ahead. That's this one. Shall I show you now? Maybe. Oh, that UI crap. Wrong UI, but you know, yeah, this is the UI for that one. Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna have to fix that. Oopsie. Well, it wouldn't be a devlog without a bug, as Antoine always says. No, Antoine is someone else. But yeah. These devlogs are kind of inspired by the H3VR guy. So thank you, H3VR guy. These devlogs are fun. But, yeah, so that's what you can buy at the store. And yeah, I think it's fun. You also now have tooltips on all items you can buy. So now the traps and stuff all have tooltips. The nets do too. And hopefully that'll clarify the game a little bit. Like when you buy an item, you'll more know what they do. And I believe that, yeah, now you also get a tooltip before buying an item. So that's pretty helpful for figuring out, like, if you want to have a certain rod. Like, for example, this rod here is just the same as this one here, but more dinosaur-y, and therefore much cooler. And here we have this one is interesting, I suppose. Like, I don't know about the balance of this one, so definitely get back to me if you only find yourself using this rod, because this rod is pretty easy to fish with. But it is also, like, more boring. So, like, it's easier to catch a big fish, but it's also more boring. So maybe, I don't know if people will, like, ruin the game for themselves. Like, I've heard in other games, people will, like, find an optimal strategy that's less fun, and they'll only do that one. But I don't know if my game is the type of game where people will do that, and like, so I'll need some feedback on that. If I do get feedback like, oh wait, people are only using the Poseidon rod, then of course I'll try to balance some stuff. But oh yeah, and we have a tune in the shop, so that's pretty catchy. So yeah. Anyway, I made this song myself, kind of. I used a lot of samples, but you know, it counts as me making it. Kinda. But yeah, so can we go find out what you can buy, the stuff you can do, the different rods, and yeah. I think that's all. Got tooltips, got the new fishing mechanics, I got the spinning reel rods, I think. Those are these. You can recognize them by the reel being in a different direction. I know this is not vaguely how reel rods work, but that doesn't really matter because this is a fishing game for for like non-fishing people. So yeah. So I think that's this devlog done. I hope you'll enjoy this update. It's been a lot of work of like figuring out how to add this stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty big one. Uh, Thinking about saying more stuff. I've had a sale recently, which did pretty well. Happy about that. Uh, so yeah, to all the new people, hope you enjoyed this update. Goodbye.